What's up guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be my top 5 favorite brushes so far. I'm not going to say of all time because that could always change. A lot of times, just like with makeup styles and techniques and things like that, my loves and likes and dislikes change. So I'm always open to even trying things that I don't like. I'm always open to trying them out later down the road. So a lot of times my likes and loves and dislikes usually vary, and they do change as the seasons do. Let's get right into it. The first brush I'm going to show you here, all these brushes are dirty by the way. I literally just got finished using them, so forgive me. Anyway. The first brush I have here is by EcoTools. This is their detailer brush. I use this brush all day, every day. I love this brush so much. I mostly use this to add the highlight right underneath my right underneath my brow. What I like to do is any kind, this is MAC Soft and Gentle, which is what I'm already wearing. I will just kind of dip that in. The way the bristles are, they're pretty firm, so it makes it really easy just to add that little pop of highlight in there. Anywhere that you want to add any highlight. Sometimes, like today, I added it to my inner corner. For a while there, I was using this to also highlight my my Cupid's bow. And it just adds a little extra bling there. EcoTools are a very fantastic line. I am a huge fan of them. They're fantastic quality and they're very well priced. I got this in a set that came with a whole bunch of other ones, and honestly every single brush that came in that set I absolutely love. So that's the EcoTools Detailer brush. The next brush that I have here, you guys have probably seen in almost all of my videos. This is the Coastal Scents BRB S14 brush. This is the brush that I use to carve out my brows with. Honestly, it doesn't matter if I'm using a pencil or a powder or a pomade. I'm all about sharp brows, and this brush helps me achieve that. I always go in with my MAC Studio Finish concealer, and it just wham bam, and the job is done, and it just does such a fantastic job. It is sharp enough to cut someone, and that's what I love about it. I've had this brush for, what, 3 years? 3 or 4 years, I can't remember, but I have loved this brush the whole time. It's an amazing, amazing brush, and it's Coastal Scents. I mean, come on, Coastal Scents. It's lasted so well. The quality of it is actually very, very phenomenal. I'm actually really impressed with that one. The next brush that I have is by Morphe. This is the E20. It looks like a blending brush, like for eyeshadow. But it is not an eyeshadow brush. So this brush is what I use to set my under eye when I don't bake. I just used it today. I'm able to really just get in there. I love Morphe brushes. They have such high quality for their brushes and such a good price. I'm not going to call them cheap because they are not cheap by any means, but they are a great quality brush for a great price. So yeah, that is the Morphe E20. The next brush you guys have probably seen in every single one of my videos, just about. I am actually very pleasantly surprised with how much I love this brush. I originally got this brush to set my under eye with powder, but it ended up serving a different purpose for me that I loved even more. This is the e.l.f. Small Tapered Brush. This is from their black brush line. You guys have heard me rave about this brush before. What can I really say that hasn't already been said about this brush? It's tapered, so this is fantastic for contour. I just go in and I'm able to carve out my cheekbones, and then I blend up, and it really just carves them out so nicely. I used it today. It's a fantastic brush. This one I think cost me maybe $3. I bought it at Walmart. If you don't have this brush in your collection, I suggest you drop the $3 that it costs to get this brush and give it a try. I originally used it for setting my under eye, and while it did a great job with that, it wasn't anything that really kind of stood out for me. I love that it was tapered, and because it was tapered, I was able to really kind of get up in there with it, but I don't know, it just kind of fell by the wayside and I just ended up not using it. I think that was probably around the time that baking became a huge deal, and because of that I started baking and baking more, and then it just kind of sat in my makeup brush stand forever, and then I just kind of reintroduced it randomly by trying out contour with it, and I was like, oh my gosh, why didn't I do this the first time around? So if you guys do not have the e.l.f. small tapered brush, I would suggest picking this one up. It's a really great buy, and it is so worth the $3 that you spend on it. Way to go, e.l.f. The next brush that I have for you is another Morphe brush. This is the Morphe E56. This is a very, very densely packed brush. Like I said earlier about the other Morphe brush, very high quality, fantastic brush. I use this to set the powder right in this area next to my nose because, like everybody else in the world, I get large pores right in this area. So when I use like my Smashbox pore minimizing primer, not only when I use that and then I go in with my foundation and then concealer, when I want to set it, this conceals those pores in such a huge way. There's just something about this brush, I don't know if you can see that, but it's so soft. But yeah, I love to just go in there and just pat that powder in. A lot of times I will use, where are you? My Laura Mercier Loose Translucent Setting Powder, because it is so finely milled, and then combining it with this one, I mean, it's like the pores just don't even exist. This has done so many wonders for my makeup game because of the pores. I hate texture. I hate that I have texture on my skin. And I mean, everybody wants to look like a flawless goddess, and I'm not gonna lie, I want that as well. And this brush definitely helps me achieve that. If you don't have this in your collection, I would probably suggest that you get it, especially if you have the same issue that I have with large pores in the center. You can also use this brush to carve out your contour. You can use it to set smile lines, just in case that you have that issue there as well. I also use it to set my T-zone kind of area. Right up here is fantastic for setting that as well. But because it's so dense, it really just gathers up all of that powder, buff it right into the skin, and it just melts seamlessly. I cannot say enough about this brush as well. Like I said, it changed my makeup game. I really, really hope that you guys found this helpful. If you guys know of any brushes that you can't live without, I would love to know what you think. I would love to know what your favorite brushes are. Please comment that down below and let me know. Otherwise, that's all I have for you guys today. I really hope that you enjoyed this video, and I guess I'll see you guys next time.